what we saw on that point.
0-0-2. Side out.
Lovely counter on the forehand side there. My goodness.
Yes, just a little slide to his left. And Megan Dizon, I did not think she was going to attack that last second. She takes it out of the air. So counter too good.
Second serve.
That's a great shot from Megan to kind of force Julian into an awkward spot. He leaves it a little high, and Tyson cracks that one-handed backhand cross court. Very nice roll drop from Lauren Stratman. A lot of spin on that ball.
Mesa, Arizona,
forcing a
please. That's something we
half volley that catches the tape from Dizon.
Sponsor names.
Side out. Zero, one, one. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll recall the score. 0-1-1. Second serve.
Sorry, folks, if we had some technical challenges there.
0-1-2. Side out.
Yeah, that's just can't have that. Not just Tyson, but that's two back-to-back. One from Megan, one from Tyson into the tape on pretty comfortable third shot drive attempts. Yeah, he's a high-risk, high-reward player in general, but especially on that backhand side with the two-hander. Megan Dizon not in terrible position, just a little off balance on her counter attempt.
Second serve.
Yeah, nice casual leave from Tyson McGuffin, and he was transitioning forward. It's not easy to have a casual leave when you are moving. Lauren Stratman is rolling these shots from the back of the court. Very aggressive, almost a hybrid drive and drop from her. That last one carrying too far, and Megan Dizon finding the perfect spot back behind Julian Arnold.
0-2-1.
Just catches the line. Man, there are some violent finishes early in this match there. Great forehand from Arnold.
Yeah, one of the loosest arms out there. Moving backward, neutral or forward, he really just unleashes on those forehands, and put away power is just great to have.
Side out.
And I got some power on my side too there, Julian. Great finish off from Lauren Stratman, and played a lot of points in just two actual dents in the scoreboard here, Adam.
Point. 3-0-1.
Yeah, I mentioned those thirds from Lauren Stratman. And when you do have that more of that paddle head speed to create the spin, sometimes some inconsistencies can creep up, and that's what we saw in that last one.
Cross-court attacks off the bounce usually get absolutely destroyed, as did that one.
Yes, and when you hit it directly to the man's paddle as well, that's even worse. Just pile on.
Yeah, just lots of reasons not to do that one. And there's the power of Dizon, and there on the board.
Yeah, just very easy, very effortless power, really from both ladies on court. Yeah, Stratman was definitely in trouble after that return late getting over, so I like the Julian help. Just put the volley in the net.
2-3-1.
And this is all brewing from unwinding the stack here, Adam. Just never sat at the kitchen.
3-3-1.
Tied up at 3 with a quick three-point run on a 1 here.
Yeah, I mean, she dug out of that one, but the court positioning of the first volley is closer to the baseline than the kitchen on that. So I think it's just a testament to the popping of the serve that's going on out here.
Yeah, not ideal. Again on the run, but Arnold handles that one.
Nice
And
shot.
there you saw Megan's hitting the ball harder, but guess who got the ball down?
Exactly. And there was 3 very powerful shots through the court, and the one that's at the feet is the one that wins.
So, folks,
4-3-2.
down is much better than forceful. Great job by McGuffin.
Point.
Boy, and they have flipped the script here. I see Julian taking this
5-3-2.
eyewear you talked about and walking over to his bench, so they're going to take a timeout.
Drives that have given Arnold and Stratman trouble.
For sure.
Yeah, and we see it again, and it's not going to change. Even if it doesn't quite work as it has recently, they're going to stick with that strategy. They both just hit such a heavy ball from the back of the court. Yeah, and you can already see with Lauren Stratman staying on the left that they are rattled from these quick points, and she's on a different side, and she got her toe on the line with a foot fault on that last one.
Yeah, because now you're in a race to get there, and your footwork isn't just perfect. What a run, 7 in a row here.
Yeah, I mean, I had decent footwork when I played, and when I was returning from the left, I had some trouble getting up there, and now with this paddle technology on top of that, I really completely understand the issues with unwinding the stack.
Second serve.
Yeah, we got to be careful here. That was a wild swing at that forehand for Stratman.
Yeah, the contact point probably 6 inches from where it should have been.
Point.
I mean, he did just play a quality singles match, so I think that's a little carryover from that, but that's a BB, Dave.
Boy, was that nice.
4-7-2. Side out.
And nothing you can do except stare at it. There's nothing worse than chasing that ball. You're like trying to get somebody who's faster than you and tag, and you're just never going to get there.
7-4-1. Second serve.
Yeah, these drops, these players are really, there's no bunting, there's no pushing the ball back in play. They are hitting these shots with a purpose.
Side out.
Yeah, nice job from Julian Arnold, letting that wrist lead and the paddle fall behind to create that inside out stroke.
Yep.
Finally got a third on the ground. It looked like they were in good shape. Nice dig out by Dizon and McGuffin.
4-7-2. Side out.
Yeah, the
couple of.
Yeah, I mean, Megan Dizon, great counter attacker, but the fade away to the fella is probably not the play in mixed doubles.
7-4-1.
Yeah, the ball's almost behind him there.
Second serve. Seven-4-2. Point.
Nice job there from Tyson. Pretty good drop, and I think often he will block that ball from the midcourt. This time he took a little punch at it, and it was a very good decision from him.
8-4-2. Point.
That's
Paints the corner. My goodness, Megan Dizon.
well, I actually didn't see that ball land, but I saw Julian Arnold's reaction, and that said enough.
We're going to see it land on the replay, and it is beautiful.
Point.
Again,
Good leave.
yeah, again, Tyson, again, with the couple leaves while transitioning forward and back-to-back punches on the backhand side from the midcourt. You know, he often lets that forehand eat from the middle of the court, but rarely the backhand. I like to see him make that adjustment.
10-4-2. 2.
So 50% of the eyewear has been removed as Julian is done with his. Pretty. That's a beautiful topspin lob from Lauren Stratman.
Yeah, and one of the few points that has been well constructed. All 4 players at the kitchen, several dinking, and you said well disguised, the key to that lob from Stratman.
Point. 5-10-1. Second serve.
Can't get to the kitchen.
Yeah, I know. And so, I mean, I like those hybrid shots to create for Julian Arnold, but you got to find a way to get in as well.
Side out. Game point.
Yeah, I mean, the percentage of all 4 players at the kitchen has got to be something around
low.
15 or 20.
Yeah, so low.
10,
Because the thirds have not been good, and that is your GPS to the kitchen. And now on this return, and after being up 3-0, oh, and Julian puts a stamp on that by crushing the ball there at the end. That thing is flat as a pancake there.
The official ball of the PPA Tour.
Skyline construction, people everywhere. It's a great place.
Point.
Yeah, and it's just definitely, they just got to get in. So that's the key. And I talked about her setting up Julian, and I like that. But if you're not getting in, you have to change, especially when Julian is probably the best offensive player at the kitchen line in this match.
Ta-da!
There you go. It might have been a 4-shot combination, but all plenty of power from Julian Arnold.
0-1-1. Second serve.
Man, I love the ball on the recovery by Megan Dizon over there.
Both of them off of the drop and then the dink and then with the offense. So 2 great defensive plays and then the combination really good for Megan Dizon.
All started with partner protection. Explain what that means.
Yeah, partner protection is so important when unwinding the stack. You have to understand that deep serve and then sneak over a little bit to help your partner who's going to be late getting forward. Really big part of doubles pickleball in general, and especially in mixed.
Second serve.
Ooh, and there was a stare down there from Julian. Just, I don't know if that was for a purpose or just to get himself going. Yeah. As we know, he is an energy player and he needs that.
Point.
That's two two-minute backhands that she's usually just on top of it, but pulling them deep and wide.
Yeah, I agree. It's a great shot for her when she really releases on the two-hander.
2-0-2.
Yeah, the court positioning on first volleys from not just a specific player, all 4 players is pretty wild right now. How far off the kitchen line it is. Just hit returns like that.
Return on the baseline, Adam. What are you talking about?
It's an easy game, right?
What's
easy
hard
game.
about this?
0-3-1. Second serve.
That's what a hammered 200 backhand in the air looks like. Man, Dizon.
0-3-2.
Yeah, I mean, just a great reach in and one on the backhand, now the forehand. And I talked about some strategic play before the match when all 4 players get to the kitchen, and we just haven't seen it. Some great shots early in the rally and probably some loose errors as well.
Left foot. Point.
We are dangerously close to tilt on the other side there because he was ahead in that point. Some nice defensive shots, and then right there, the left foot catches the line.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if he was gathering himself or looking at the video board, and it was the latter.
And we do have a Jumbotron in here, so you can, as the players have, it's sort of like when a running back's looking up to see if someone's chasing him, you do get to see it. And unfortunately for him, his left foot was clearly on the line.
Second serve.
Found the left foot of Megan Dizon, miss-hit on the dink. Don't say that quote too often at the pro level.
Nope.
4-0-2.
But we're all human beings here, Adam. We do
are.
it.
Side out.
Made the hard one, missed the easy one. That's pickleball in a nutshell.
0-4-1. Second serve.
I mean, the third percentage, the getting to the kitchen percentage, like by the book pickleball, if you came for that, you've come to the wrong location.
0-4-2. Point.
Yeah, I mean, you can even, being on court, you can even hear the miss-hits on some of these shots, just nowhere near the center of the paddle.
Side out.
Had it, pushed it a little deep there, and ball back to Dizon and McGuffin. And as we mentioned, with the progression draw, you play potentially all 3 disciplines in a day, so they'd love to get out of here in 2.
Second serve.
Yeah, nice spin and power from Julian Arnold, keeping Megan Dizon back.
4-1-2.
Yeah, she was she was on that.
Was she ready for that at all,
She was
Adam?
on that. But I do like what Lauren Stratman did and kind of held off on the first volley as opposed to fully going for it, which has been an issue for her early, or not early anymore.
Point.
Yeah, he had a nice roll, but he kind of put his hand up like, sorry. I'm not sure if it was a miss-hit or what happened there.
I don't think it hit the net. Oh, there. Wow. All of that after a very high third, and they dug themselves out of it. And I think Mr. Arnold has now put both a ball and a paddle out of play as he is not happy. And
don't forget about the glasses, Dave. So
glasses too. So 3 pieces of equipment. Those I don't think were broken though. So
right.
I think those are re-wearable. And again, using a Yola paddle here. So interesting all over the place here, Adam.
Yes, and I mean that last point. I mean we're striping it from the midcourt, the backcourt, and up close.
I mean, the fans and their love for net cords. I mean, it is unreal. Yeah. July 4th fireworks every time it hits.
3-4-2.
Yeah, that ball just hitting the court and taking off a little bit. Tyson's so good at having a consistent contact point, but that ball particularly got behind him.
A little off balance there for Dizon, and much like in game 1, where Stratman and Arnold shot out to a lead and then saw a big run come back at them, they're the ones putting the run together here.
Side out.
Yeah, and Lauren Stratman right where she needs to be, but somehow Dizon was able to jam her up and force her to go one hand.
Yeah, I would have loved that to have been 2.
4-5-1.
And unfortunately, the Flamingo catches the tape when you reach in and have that one leg on the ground and one up in the air. Of course, I love the Flamingo reference. I mean, come on.
Well, who doesn't? Yeah, I'm a big flamingoer when I play. So
yes,
especially as a shorter player,
yeah.
you know, I'm trying to get as much reach into the kitchen as possible, and going on one leg is a great option to do that.
Great first volley, but just this helter-skelter match, man.
Yeah, helter-skelter is the perfect word or description of what's happening.
And there's one off the tape and a tag. Why not?
Yeah, I mean, just taking cuts. And that's really the thing for me, is the position where it's happening. I mean, these players, they're going to go for it. They're going to hit their shots, but it's often after constructing a point or at the kitchen line. Now it's from everywhere.
Second serve. Five, 6-2. Side out.
Just a mess.
Yeah, it is.
But guess what? These happen. So you just want to get through it and get to the quarterfinals here. And it is Dizon and McGuffin who have a game in their pocket. And sometimes some chaos creates some entertainment.
It's a beautiful disaster, Dave. Let's go. Julian Arnold, some incredible high backhands, flipping the wrist on a couple and just hitting through the court on a couple. Really nice point from all 4 players.
Yeah, that backhand overhead is tough to hit. And full swing off the top of the tape and just dies right over.
Yeah, high backhands, just such a tough shot for everyone.
Second serve.
Yeah, and he's an emotional player, but his ebbs and flows have been even higher than normal in this particular match.
Like the Andiamo count is nowhere to be found either. That's a tremendous topspin lob from Tyson McGuffin, and Julian Arnold ran out of real estate back there.
Yeah, Tyson has started to work that in more and more. Great deception, and of course the key on those lobs is the spin.
6-5-1.
Gives you great margin for error.
That's really good. A little Dizon mustard right there from Megan.
I knew you were going to work it in, Dave. Well done there. But yeah, she had to cover.
Last year, Adam, 1,400. This year, it's just great to see. I love that finish because everybody puts their paddle into the middle. And if you just punch it inside out over there, that's just so nice from McGuffin. Watch the paddle positioning on this last one.
Yeah, his putaways have been more about placement than power throughout this match. Really nice job on the backhand and the forehand side.
is very good. Is he the best at letting balls go? He's got to be in the top 3. That's impressive.
He's very high up there, and he also comes off the kitchen line occasionally, which helps him be very good at that particular skill.
Wow. Oh, and Megan Dizon rips another one down the line. She is feeling it, and they are at match point here.
I mean, that is as corner pocket as it gets.
Just painting lines.
And the perfect balance of knowing when to go behind Julian Arnold.
And look at what we have going on.
The out call puts us at 10-5.
Lauren was looking over at Julian. Julian walked to the
The challenge was of the in ruling after in ruling stands. A challenge is lost, a timeout is lost. You have no timeouts remaining.
I don't think
you
Lauren
have 2
Stratman
timeouts remaining.
Surprised.
We will resume play at 10-5-1.
Yeah, that was definitely a 50% of the team challenge, and the one who didn't want to was, unfortunately for their side, correct. So here we go.
10-5-1.
Megan and Tyson would like to just put this over here, and that is exactly what happened. So Tyson McGuffin, Megan Dizon, the new partnership moving on. They were not in a good position to start game number 1 and then came roaring back. Here, congrats, Tyson. I will start with you. What did it take to win this match? Because as we called it, there wasn't a lot of kitchen play. You know, early points, missed thirds, high thirds. I called it helter-skelter. How did it feel down on the court?
Yeah, Megan told me after the match that she believed we only had 2 dink battles. So I'm gonna blame it on Julian and Lauren, if you know what I mean. But no, I don't think they necessarily played their best. I think Megan and I kind of started slow. Once we kind of stuck to the X's and O's, found the right tempo. I thought as far as hand battle wise, we were able to win a lot of hand battle exchanges. Megan played great on the right. I think early on she may have been having a hard time getting her third down, but she definitely dialed that in. And then look at that drive at I don't know, what was it, 9-5 game 2 there, that little lacer up the line. Megan, teach me how to hit that, please. But I think overall we're obviously first match out here, not always easy to be a 1 through 8 seed and to be playing her first one on Thursday, but I thought we played well.
Yeah, I think she's going to have to name that the Lamborghini forehand to go with your Ferrari there.
I believe so.
Megan Adam Stone here, and I think it was clear from the first point that Julian and Lauren were looking to be very aggressive early on. When you run into an opponent that is trying those power shots, those heavy rolls on their thirds, what is kind of your mindset, and how do you counteract that?
Yeah, they were returning super deep, so it was making it tough for me to get in and putting a lot of pressure. I think I just kind of had to settle in. I felt a little frantic at first, so I think I settled in and kind of was timing things a little better and trying to soften my hands and just get my feet going. First match of the week for us, so yeah, I felt like the beginning was a little rough, but we made it through and made it happen at the end.
So Tyson, I declared this the year of the lob, and you had an absolute beauty top spin forehand right inside the baseline. You teach a lot of camps. What do you tell your campers, our pickleball fans at home? Disguise is so important in that shot. What do you teach to have people hit good lobs and get people the heck off the kitchen line?
Well, Fleming, John Sperling calls that a senior pro speed up. He calls the old lob a senior pro speed up. You know, I actually learned that lob from Mr. Sperling. But no, I think something that I do well on the forehand is that I add a loop. I can kind of show 3 different looks. I can show an aggressive dink. I can show a speed up off the bounce, or I can show that pretty little senior pro lob. Yeah, I think just if I feel like my opponents are leaning in too much, or if they're too wide, maybe they're chasing a little trash on their dinks, kind of leaning in. Then I think it's a great shot to use. In the match against Colin and BJ, last or 2 weeks ago, they're at J-Dub Marriott. I was able to use that on the right a handful of times, and it definitely worked for us.
Yes, well, I'm not at least bit offended at the senior pro speed up. That's what we do, baby. So congrats, Tyson and Megan. Good luck in the rest of your matches today, and then we look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Thanks for taking some time.